told there's some real money in the room.
All right, man, we live out here in Fort Worth. Let me first and foremost say, not only am I honored to have y'all behind the camera, but I'm honored to have y'all behind the camera together. And so, before we go any further, let me know who y'all are and where y'all from.
Robert Ryan, a.k.a. Insane, Southside, Trey Gangsta Crip. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm a Trey Gangsta Crip. I don't represent no side, though. I'm a Trey Gangsta Crip, you know?
Okay.
I'm Joe Blow, a.k.a. I'm Blow, Fabricio's Blood, one of the co-founders of the Bloods in Fort Worth, Texas. I'm not no OG, I'm a YGB.
OG Twin Low, East Side Fort Worth, aka Stop 6, but I'm on the blue side. You know what I mean? But I got respect for everybody. That's who I am. Murderworth, Texas.
Oh, Lil Bubba, I'm Southside, Trey Gangsta Crip.
Y'all come up around what year? Like what was y'all's year?
The 80s.
So we in the 80s. Okay, so coming up in the 80s, how was it coming up in the 80s in Fort Worth?
In the 80s, man, it was real raw in Fort Worth, man. And, you know, matter of fact, I became a Crip in 87.
87?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was real raw in Fort Worth. Around the early 90s.
Right. You brought Crip into Fort Worth. Like you actually brought Crip into Fort Worth.
Yes, I'm a founder of the Trey Gangsters.
Because when this is my thing, like as an out of towner, I'm from 59 South. So when we look at Fort Worth, we look at Fort Worth as like the gang capital of Texas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're correct.
How did that work? Like how did you bring Crip into Fort Worth?
Well, my dad's side and all them is from California, you know, and my mom's side is from here. I was born here. And eventually moved there and lived there for years. And, you know, my family is, I have families from all sides. I have one of the biggest families in the Jordan Down projects, which is
your people from the Jordan Downs.
103rd and Grape. That's my family from Grape. But I have family from Fort Trey, you know, and so on and so on, you know. But however that went, you know, I chose that Fort Trey, you know what I mean? Right, you know, and Fort Trey chose me, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how that go, you know, and however, you know, I came back to Texas. Went through the system a few times, maybe 4 times I went through the system as a kid. Gainesville State School. You know, a lot of gang banging started there.
Well, you was state baby.
Yeah, state school. You know, not took it from my mama, but I was selling drugs in the streets in the 90s and the 80s, in the 80s and the 90s. You know, I was in and out of state school, juvenile state school. And, you know, a lot of gang banging started right there too, you know what I
mean? You the founder of the Bloods in Fort Worth.
No, I'm one of the co-founders.
One of the co-founders.
My shit came up out the Truman.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We started with like 15, 16 years old. You know what I'm saying? You know, we just raw, man. You know how it chose side. We move wherever our mama move. Wherever my mama move, we move to. You know what I'm saying? The Bloods came out the Crips. You know what I'm saying? But we stuck together as a group. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about different shit back when we were growing up. Yeah, Truman, Reese Oaks, Norris, EWP, EBSP. It wasn't that many of us.
And that's funny, man. Right here today, man. You know, you got me and this man on camera and a few of my homeboys and shit. You know, we're right here on camera, man. And you know, this is my brother-in-law. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yeah. You know, once upon a time, you know, we used to.
We just now meeting each other.
You know, I used to hear about it, but you know, I used to want to get him. You know, that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he was a hot nigga. You know, he was a wholesale. His name was out there. You know what I mean?
Wholesale.
You know, his name was out there just like my name.
It was,
you know what I'm saying?
Money. You know what I'm saying? They hit us, we gonna hit them back.
Yeah, it was about, you know, he had a hot name for himself over there, you know what I'm saying, with them people, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it was, you know, that type of shit.
Right.
It was on site.
Yeah.
No matter who it was, it was on
but
site.
never seen this guy.
Never seen him.
I used to tell my little homegirl, hey, we're gonna get your boyfriend, you know what I'm saying, when he come over here.
He on the south side.
Yeah.
The south side.
Yeah.
And still fuck with her right now. My daughter with her right now. Me and her brother got at it.
And me
You
and
know
this
what I'm
man,
saying? We had a phone call with each other. He said, man, I know where you stay. I said, nigga, I know where your mama and your grandmama stay.
Yeah.
You know, your family get shot, that's casualty of war, huh? That's how it really was with us.
But man, the thing to say, man, it's a beautiful, you know, it's beautiful, to, you know, to do this shit right here today, cause we grown man. You know, I don't worry about what he worrying about, or he worrying about what's going on with this camera thing right here. Cause I'm stepping up as a man, as an OG. You understand me? And the founder of the 4 trades. You know, I'm gonna speak my mind about what's going on with the children in society today.
So what do you make of what you see with the children today here in Fort Worth? And I asked, just like I was telling the other OG that left for school, like, we got a situation to where Fort Worth has the biggest impact in the world right now. I know, like, a lot of people might disagree, they you know what I'm saying, but Fort Worth is definitely one of those top 5 cities, even though it's a small city. Even though you know what I'm saying, you don't have a mass economy. You don't have a major star, but yet you got people in Houston saying they taking chains because they were inspired by Fort Worth Channel 5 J-Dub. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I can say this here. This is just like the Crip.
We got the
Crip epidemic. The Crip epidemic. You know what I'm saying? It's Crip and blood epidemic. Hey, we set transits here in Fort Worth. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and you know, it's gangsters on both sides. You know, just like, you know, the situation, you know, that just went down with J-Dub and the Brand situation. You know, Brand, that's my little cousin, you know, bloodline.
Oh, that's your little cousin?
Yeah, bloodline. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I hate it for both sides. That's one of my big homies' son, J-Dub.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's one of your big homies' son?
Yeah, one of my big homies, you know, as he's a Crip, you know, but he's not from my set, but I was raised up under him. He's an older guy than me, you know what I mean? But yeah, and I respect it, you know what I mean?
So when you see something like I guess a brand go to Houston, and then something like that happens, and they come back, like, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts on the whole thing, you know, I've been studying it because it's a new gang culture, you know, that's going on. It's not a Crip and blood thing no more, you know, most likely it still have a more that in it, but you know, dudes is from everywhere doing this here, you know what I mean? And I believe that it's a rapper that's, you know, they hide and they talking to another big rapper that's already in the game, and they promoting a lot of bullshit, you know, like they some real gangsters. You know what I'm saying? And having these little kids that don't know no better misleading them, you know what I mean? They being misled, you know what I mean? And you know, they're around, you know, $20,000, $30,000. They think they're around a bunch of money. They around all the syrup and all the weed, the pills they can take. So yeah, why not go with these rappers and be a security? You know?
Hey, real tone, it's some real money in the room.